Sitting on the floor, sitting on the floor, sitting on the floor, sitting on the floor with books. Hey circus monkeys, good to see you again. Dr. Drake here in my apocalyptic jester outfit because why not? It's 2026, am I right? And I'm here today because of literature. Now, I know a lot of you out there, you read a lot. All day and all night, right? That's not reading. This is reading. iPhones make you dumb. Books make you smart. And today I'm bringing you a small collection of books and DVDs that have been a major inspiration to me in my life doing the sideshow circuit and doing circus stuff. So, just to start out, I want to go back to my childhood. Ugh. No, okay. I kid, but not really. Let's go back to my childhood when I got this. It was a childcraft book called Mysteries and Fantasies. What you got here is a book about the Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot, Planet X, space aliens, krakens, UFOs, Stonehenge, dinosaurs, etc., etc. All the famous mysteries and fantasies of the world. Now this book is included here because this is what got me into the strange and unusual. When I was a little kid reading this, it made me want to look more into this stuff. And believe it or not, when I was a kid, I liked the X-Files and this old show called Sightings and Unsolved Mysteries and all that. So that's where the whole love of Fiji mermaids and mummies and all that comes from. I've always been into it. So if you got kids, or you're a kid at heart, or if you just want to like read, get the Childcraft book Mysteries and Fantasies. It's a good primer for the strange and unusual, because I am strange and unusual. Next up, we have a biography on Ward Hall, the king of the sideshow. Why? Because he was the king. The rest of us will eternally live in his shadow and never fill the shoes of the great Ward Hall. This is an authorized biography by Tim O'Brien about the life and times of Ward Hall and his work in the sideshow from the time he was a teenager himself. Ward Hall spent decades doing everything there was to do in the sideshow, from helping to put up tents to driving trucks to hawking for the bearded lady. He did it all. He was a magician, he was a fire eater, he was a juggler, a ventriloquist. He was the man. To this day, you talk to anybody in the sideshow, anybody in the circus, yeah, they're going to tell you Ward Hall was the GOAT. If you want a good book on the history of sideshows and on the king of sideshows himself, this is the book to get. I've read this cover to cover 3 times. Next up, Ripley's Believe It or Not presents Sideshow and Other Carnival Curiosities. This is actually a really good, concise book on famous Sideshow acts. You have Aaron Woolen, Shorty Dangerously, Arnold Hinskis, Rubberface, Myrtle Corbin. This has all of the greats in it. From the early 1800s up till today, in fact. This is essentially an encyclopedia of sideshow acts and sideshow personalities. If you're into this whole thing, get this book. I believe you can get it online. I think they have them at Amazon still. I'm not sure. Next, if you're into the circus, if you're into sideshows, even if you're into things that are on the periphery of sideshows and circus arts, then you know one name. Phineas Taylor Barnum. This is the great and only Barnum. It's a very good biography about the man, fully illustrated, telling about his life, his work in the circus, his creation of the largest and most prolific dime museum in history to date. And starting Barnum and Bailey Circus, of course. This is, I mean, if you want to learn about Barnum, this is one of the first books you should buy right here. It's pretty easy to read. It's not too convoluted. It's not too long. It doesn't go too in-depth, but it is a good primer for anyone that wants to study Barnum. Excuse me. I got a frog in my throat. Or was that an alligator? Not sure. Here we have The Life of P.T. Barnum by himself. Of course, he's going to call the book The Life of P.T. Barnum by himself, if he doesn't say so himself. This is the autobiography of Barnum, in which he writes about his own birth, his upbringing, what really made him want to become a showman, how he felt compelled to be in that lifestyle, all of his earlier attempts to break into the industry and to create something new. Because, in case you don't know, in the early 1800s there was no circus. The sideshow thing, it really wasn't a thing. And most people in the Western world were pretty straight-laced. No dancing, no singing, no business conducted on Sunday, and that was the world P.T. Barnum came up in, so yeah, it's no wonder that he wanted to bring some joy and amusement to everyone. If you want to know about P.T. Barnum, if you want to know his history, if you want to know his story, and you want it from the horse's mouth, this is the book to get right here. It's from Ullin Press. If you really want to delve into the man's mind, if you can find a copy of it, I have Jack of the Jungle, which is actually a novel written by P.T. Barnum himself. I'm going to be very careful because this is an antique book, It's a really great, exotic adventure book that was written by P.T. Barnum, because a lot of people don't realize this. Barnum didn't just order elephants and lions and hippopotamuses. Yes. He did not just order exotic animals and throw them in a cage. He was insanely interested in the exotic. He was insanely interested in travel. And so he actually sat down and penned his own adventure novel. And the man got a lot of things right. In fact, modern zoos owe a lot to Barnum. He's the one that figured out how to care for zebras and elephants and hippopotamuses, and whales and other large mammals. He learned how to care for all of these animals, so when they started opening zoos, they came to Barnum and they asked his advice. So, if you want an adventure novel written by old Phineas Taylor, Jack in the Jungle. Okay, that does it for the books. Most of the books I have on the Circus and Sideshows, but I wanted to show you these. This is The Complete Book of Magic by Bill Severn. It's basically a primer in hundreds of different magic tricks, both up close and stage magic. It's a necessity for aspiring magicians to purchase a book like this to learn from. I mean, unless you want to buy like a little kid's magic kit and use the little pamphlet that's included in there to learn how to do little birthday party tricks or whatever, somebody's drunk uncle magic trick kind of thing. Or, a popular stage magician. Barring those two extenuating circumstances, you probably need to get a good encyclopedia on magic. This one is Mark Wilson's Complete Course in Magic, and once again, it has numerous and sundry tricks. This one actually delves into cardistry quite a bit. At least half of this book is card tricks. So if that's your bag, if that's what you like to do, I'm looking at you, Countess, then you'll want this book. Once again, it's Mark Wilson's Complete Course in Magic. And that does it for the books in my collection of sideshow and circus-related literature. Now, like most people, I am a fan of the silver screen. So, that said, there are quite a few movies that I watch for inspiration. And do I have to say it? Do I need to bring this one up? I mean, really? Of course. One of the best circus movies ever made. Hugh Jackman, The Greatest Showman. A very, very historically accurate portrayal of P.T. Barnum right here. I mean, this movie is just teeming with textbook quality history of P.T. Barnum and the circus, you know. No, but it's a great movie. And I think, people have asked me about this, you know, I've played Barnum, I do portray Barnum on occasion. People have asked me about the historical accuracy of this movie. And I say that Barnum would love it. This movie is 100% humbug. Okay, and it's enough truth to make you understand what Barnum was. But there's enough lies and glitz and glam in there to make it very entertaining. So, that's 100% Barnum right there. This movie is The Circus. Next, The Greatest Show on Earth. This is a very special movie, and I know some of you out there may love The Circus, but you've never seen this movie. It's Cecil B. DeVille's The Greatest Show on Earth. Funny thing about this movie, the production company actually partnered with Barnum and Bailey Circus to make this movie. That's right. They actually have dozens of actual performers from Barnum and Bailey Circus from this era who played in this movie. And they used Barnum and Bailey tentage, they used Barnum and Bailey livery, that's trains and wagons for you and me. Well, you, not me, because I'm in the biz, you know, no big. But, yes, this movie was made by Barnum and Bailey Circus and a production company. So if you really want to see the kind of drama that goes on under the big top, at least back in the day, this is a fantastic movie. You won't be disappointed with it if you're in love with the circus. Next up, Water for Elephants. Very good movie. I don't know if, you know, all of you have seen it or not. Reese Witherspoon, Robert Patterson, and Christoph Waltz. Come on, Christoph Waltz. Everyone's favorite bad guy. Okay? So yeah, Water for Elephants. It's a romantic drama set in the background of the circus. Beautiful movie. Next, back on the topic of Barnum, we have Barnum. Yes, that's the name of the movie, Barnum. And Burt Lancaster actually played a very, very good Barnum in this. This is a biographical movie of Barnum's life. It's perfect. Okay, it's not The Greatest Showman. There's no real singing and dancing. There's no big special effects in it. But if you really want to see P.T. Barnum, there is no better movie than Barnum. Up next, we have a good one. And some of you out there that are maybe over the age of 30 might remember Wild West Tech on History Channel. You know, back when History Channel actually showed historical documentaries instead of crap. Moving along. Wild West Tech Freak Shows 2. Why 2? Yes, they actually made 2 documentaries on freak shows and circuses in the Old West. Unfortunately, you can only find the 2nd episode on DVD. I don't know why. Like, I've been searching for like any copy that exists out there, whether on DVD or like ripped off the TV on somebody's like potato phone from like 2002, anything, and I can't find it. So, Wild West Tech Freak Shows 2. It goes over a lot of the sideshow acts that were basically taken by train and wagon to all of the little Wild West towns back in the late 1800s. You know, basically how hucksters and showmen scammed all of the cowboys and gold miners. Because that's circus. Next, it's not... Hey Countess, is Big Fish a circus movie?
Yes, it is.
I mean, yeah, some of it takes place in the circus, okay? So I'm going to say, you know, it's a circus movie just because a good portion of the movie takes place in the circus, even though it's not about the circus. And it has Ewan McGregor in it, and, you know, Obi-Wan Kenobi, so, yeah, it's Ewan McGregor. Watch this movie. There are a few more books and movies that I want to purchase. Now, this isn't all I read, okay? This is not all of the material I read and watch. It's just the rest is like drifting around out there on cyberspace, and I don't have a hard copy with me. These books actually, Sideshow and Other Carnival Curiosities, Ward Hall's biography here, and the Life of P.T. Barnum by himself, those 3 books I actually take with me when I travel. And yes, I've read them cover to cover, but I still take them with me just in case I get bored and want to read something, want to brush up on something, you know, etc., etc. There's a couple more I'm probably going to get in the future. And yes, now you know I'm an avid reader. I do have a library in my house that is floor-to-ceiling, wall-to-wall books. Like I said, that is how you grow in intelligence. Not common sense. I have very little of that, but at least I have some intelligence. Somewhere. Anywho, I thought I would come out here today, you know, and lay out some of my reading material and watching material, and show all of you circus monkeys what goes on in the mind of Drake. So, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you go out and you buy some of these books. Go to your local bookstore, get on Amazon, buy some of these books, buy some of these movies. Read them for yourself. Watch them for yourself. If you don't absolutely adore the circus and sideshow history right now, this will help you along in your spiritual journey. So that's all for now, circus monkeys. If you liked this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. And you know what? Drop a comment down there. Yeah, right down there in the comments section, because the comments section is going nuts. Alright? So don't just sit in the peanut gallery. Get down there and start a conversation. Huh? Alright. So that's all for now, circus monkeys. I'll see you down the road.
Why all these people always interrupting me? What I gotta do to try to make them save?